on your wedding day, heart pounding, about to see the love of your life for the very first time, the face of the woman he's about to marry suddenly opens his eyes to a world bursting with color. His name is Alex, 32 years old, an architect who designs breathtaking homes without ever seeing a single blueprint. At 10, a cruel genetic condition stole his sight, plunging him into endless night. But Alex never let the darkness win. He learned to build his world with sound, touch, and an imagination sharper than most people's eyes. He became the kind of man who could hear the joy in someone's voice or feel the warmth in a handshake and know exactly who they were inside 0.5 years ago. Everything changed in the quiet corner of a small-town coffee shop. The rich scent of roasted beans filled the air as Alex sat alone, fingers tracing the rim of his cup. A gentle voice broke through the murmur of strangers. "Is this seat taken?" He smiled at the sound, soft, curious, alive. Her name was Emily, a kindergarten teacher who had just moved from the chaos of New York City, searching for something real, something slower. She didn't know he was blind at first. She just saw a handsome man with kind features and eyes that seemed to look straight into her soul, even though they couldn't. They talked for hours that day. Emily painted pictures with her words, the steam curling from their mugs like tiny ghosts, the golden leaves outside dancing in the autumn wind, the way the light caught on the glass counter. Alex listened, enchanted. In return, he told her how he saw the world. The rhythm of footsteps telling stories, the scent of rain announcing itself before it fell, the subtle shift in the air when someone was happy. By the time they parted, something unspoken had already begun. What started as coffee turned into long walks, shared meals, and late-night conversations that stretched until dawn. Emily never treated him like he was broken. She marveled at his strength. She took him on adventures where he could feel the rough bark of ancient trees, taste salt on the ocean breeze, hear waterfalls roar like thunder. And Alex gave her something in return. He taught her to slow down, to truly listen, to find magic in the ordinary. Love arrived quietly, the way the best things do. One rainy evening, sharing a single umbrella, their hands brushed and stayed together. Emily whispered, "I've never felt this alive." Alex's heart raced as he answered, "In my darkness, you've become my light." Their first kiss tasted like rain and promise, but love isn't without storms. Emily's family worried. "Will you spend your life caring for him?" they asked. Alex overheard once and pulled away, terrified he was a burden. That night, tears in her eyes, Emily found him. "I don't love you despite anything," she said fiercely. "I love you because of who you are. Your strength, your heart, your laugh. We're equals. Always." He proposed under the same autumn sky where they met, at that same coffee shop. The ring he designed himself carried a secret, Braille engraved inside that read, "My eternal light." When she said yes, her voice broke with happy tears as she described how the diamond caught the sun, painting tiny rainbows on the table. Then came the news that changed everything. A groundbreaking surgery, retinal implants combined with gene therapy, offered a real chance to restore his vision. The success rate was 70%. The risks were terrifying, but Alex didn't hesitate long. "I want to see your face when I promise you forever," he told Emily. She held him tight, scared but proud. The surgery was scheduled weeks before the wedding. Recovery meant 2 weeks of complete darkness, bandages sealed tight, no cheating. Emily planned their wedding around his other senses. Roses that filled the air with sweetness, live acoustic music that wrapped around them like a hug, velvet ribbons on every chair so he could feel the beauty. The night before the wedding, Emily broke tradition and slipped into his room. They talked until the sky turned gray. "Tomorrow," she whispered, "no matter what your eyes see, you'll always be the man I fell in love with." Alex felt her tears on his cheek and made a silent vow. Their love would outshine any miracle. Wedding day. A garden in full bloom. Guests hushed with anticipation. Alex stood at the altar, guided by his best friend, heart hammering. He heard the music swell, smelled Emily's perfume before anything else, felt the collective intake of breath from everyone watching her walk toward him. She was radiant in white, veil soft as clouds, but he still couldn't see her. Their vows were raw and beautiful. Emily first. "Alex, you show me that love isn't seen, it's felt. I promise to walk beside you in light or shadow, forever." Alex's voice trembled. "Emily, you brought color to my world long before today. Now I get to see the face that holds the soul I love." Then the moment everyone waited for. The doctor, a guest of honor, stepped forward. Slowly, carefully, the bandages came off. Light flooded in, painful, overwhelming. Colors Alex hadn't seen in 22 years exploded around him. Green grass, blue sky, golden flowers. And then, that Emily's face sharpened into focus. Green eyes shining with tears. Freckles like scattered stars across her nose. A smile so bright it rivaled the sun. Alex stared, stunned, tears streaming down his own face. You're more beautiful than anything I ever imagined, he whispered, voice breaking. The crowd erupted in joyful sobs and applause as he pulled her close, kissing her for the first time with eyes wide open. In that moment, the world was perfect, a miracle born of love, patience, and unbreakable faith. As the cheers faded and the music rose again, Alex danced with his wife, really danced for the first time. He led her across the garden floor, eyes locked on hers, memorizing every detail. That night, under string lights that twinkled like new stars, he whispered, I spent years imagining your face. Reality is so much better. Their honeymoon in Hawaii was a revelation. Alex stood on black sand beaches watching waves crash in impossible blues. He stared at sunsets that bled orange and pink across the sky, mouth open in wonder. He chased rainbows after sudden showers, laughing like a child. Emily watched him discover the world, her heart full. Every news site was a gift they shared. Back home, life settled into a new rhythm. But sight wasn't magic, it was work. Bright lights gave him headaches. Crowded stores overwhelmed him. He tripped over furniture he once navigated perfectly. Some days he missed the quiet confidence of blindness. Emily never rushed him. She turned challenges into moments of closeness, guessing colors together, laughing when he mixed up salt and sugar because he was too busy staring at her point one evening. As he attempted to cook dinner, Alex burned the sauce completely. He turned, sheepish, to find Emily leaning against the counter, smiling. I got distracted, he admitted. Best view in the house. She crossed the kitchen and kissed him slow and sweet. Those small, ordinary moments became their foundation. Doubt crept in once, carried by an old friend's careless words. Now that you can see, you'll realize she's just ordinary. The comment stung. That night Alex confessed his fear. Emily didn't flinch. Look at me, she said softly. Really look. I'm not perfect, but I'm yours. And you're mine. That's what matters. They renewed their promises under the stars, stronger than before. With sight, Alex's career soared. He designed a community center for the visually impaired, blending beauty with accessibility. Textures, sounds, scent woven into every space. Emily volunteered there, teaching children empathy through stories. Their love story spread online, touching hearts worldwide. Strangers wrote to say they'd pursue treatment, fought for relationships, believed in second chances. Then came the happiest news. Emily was pregnant. In the ultrasound room, Alex watched a tiny heartbeat flicker on screen. His child, real and growing. Tears fell as he whispered, Our baby will know miracles are real. Tests eased their fears. The condition wouldn't pass on. They celebrated with ice cream at midnight, dreaming names out loud. Alex began volunteering, speaking to others who lived in darkness. He met a boy much like his younger self, scared, angry, lost. Alex gave him hope the way Emily once gave it to him. Emily joined, turning it into something they did together, passing light forward on their first anniversary. Alex unveiled a painting he'd made, swirls of color representing their journey from shadow to sunrise. Emily cried happy tears. That night they danced in their living room, blindfolded, just to remember. We keep both worlds, she said, the one we feel and the one we see. Their own channel grew, sharing Alex's firsts, his first snowfall, silent and magical, his first movie, laughing at visuals he once only heard described. Comments poured in. You restored my faith in love. They read them together, grateful that a scare came once, temporary vision blur from stress. In the hospital, panic rose. Emily held his hand tight. Sight or no sight, she said, you are my home. It passed quickly, but the lesson stayed. Love isn't in eyes. It's in choice. Daily, deliberate choice. Years later, in the delivery room, Alex saw his daughter for the first time, tiny, perfect, with Emily's eyes. She's beautiful, he breathed, echoing the words he once said at the altar. They named her Hope. Today, these narratives are not a reflection of reality, but a playful escape into the realm of creativity. Enjoy the adventure and let your imagination run wild. The cheers finally quieted, the garden lights glowed soft, and Alex took Emily's hand to dance for the very first time with eyes wide open. He spun her slowly, drinking in every detail, the way her dress caught the light, the curve of her smile, the sparkle in her green eyes that now looked straight back into his. I spent years dreaming of this face, he whispered against her ear. Reality wins every single time. Their honeymoon in Hawaii became a whirlwind of firsts. Alex stood frozen on a volcanic beach as turquoise waves rolled in, brighter than any description he'd ever heard. He chased a double rainbow after a quick island shower, laughing so hard his sides hurt. He watched the sun melt into the ocean in fiery pinks and golds, hand tight in Emily's, tears slipping down his cheeks. It's like the world was hiding all this color just for me, he told her one night on the balcony. She kissed him and answered, "No, it was waiting for you to be ready." Back home, the real world tested them. Sight was a gift, but it came with edges. Bright grocery store lights triggered migraines. Crowded sidewalks overwhelmed him with faces in movement. He stubbed toes on furniture he once glided past effortlessly. Some nights he admitted quietly, "I miss how simple darkness felt sometimes." Emily never dismissed it. Instead, she pulled him close. "Then let's keep some of that simplicity," she said. They started dark dates. Candles out, blindfolds on, dinner by touch and taste and laughter, reminding them both where they began. One evening, Alex decided to cook for her. He chopped vegetables with newfound precision, proud of every clean slice. Then he turned to check the sauce and forgot it completely because Emily was leaning against the counter, hair falling over one shoulder, smiling that smile. Smoke rose before he noticed. He spun, panicked, but she was already laughing. "Worth it," he grinned, pulling her into his arms. Best view in any kitchen. They ate slightly charred pasta and called it perfect. Doubt tried to sneak in once, carried on careless words from an old friend over beers. "Now that you can really see, man, you'll notice she's pretty ordinary." The comment lodged like a splinter. That night, Alex couldn't sleep. He finally woke Emily and confessed the fear gnawing at him. She didn't get angry. She took his face in her hands and said, "Look closer. I'm flawed, freckled, I snore when I'm tired. But I'm yours, and you're mine. Ordinary is exactly what makes this extraordinary." They slipped outside at 3 a.m., lay on the grass, and watched stars he could finally name. No more doubts after that. With vision restored, Alex's architecture career exploded. He designed a groundbreaking community center for the visually impaired. Ramps that flowed like music, walls with textured art you could read by hand, gardens heavy with scent. Emily volunteered every weekend, reading stories to kids and teaching them how to guide without pity. Their love story caught fire online. Strangers messaged daily, blind teens deciding to try new treatments, couples on the edge choosing to stay and fight. Alex and Emily read every comment together, stunned that their private miracle had become public hope. The happiest announcement came on a quiet Tuesday. Emily handed Alex a tiny sonogram photo. He stared at the grainy image, then at her, then back at the screen as the heartbeat fluttered like a trapped butterfly. "We're having a baby," she whispered. He dropped to his knees, pressed his face to her still flat stomach, and cried harder than the day he first saw her face. Tests later confirmed their child would not carry his condition. They celebrated with midnight ice cream straight from the tub, making up ridiculous names until they couldn't stop laughing. Alex started giving back in bigger ways. He spoke at support groups, sat with kids who felt trapped in darkness, told them about the woman who loved him before he could see her smile. One boy, angry and withdrawn, finally reached for Alex's hand after months. Emily watched from the doorway, eyes shining with pride. They turned giving hope into something they did side by side. That on their first anniversary, Alex revealed a surprise. He'd been taking secret painting lessons. He unveiled a large canvas of bold, swirling colors, deep blacks bleeding into vibrant golds and greens. "This is us," he said, "from shadow to sunrise." Emily traced the strokes with trembling fingers and kissed him until they were both breathless. Later that night, they danced barefoot in the living room, blindfolds back on, proving they would never forget how to love in the dark. They launched their own channel to share the journey. Videos of Alex's first snowfall, standing in the yard, face tilted up as fat flakes melted on his lashes. His first movie theater experience, laughing out loud at visuals he once only imagined. Comments flooded in. You two restored my faith in love. They read them over coffee every morning, grateful beyond words that a scare hit once. Stress blurred his vision for 3 terrifying days. Doctors ran tests, memories of bandages and waiting flooded back. In the hospital bed, Emily climbed in beside him and held him like she did the night before their wedding. Eyes open or closed, she said firmly, you are my home. The blur lifted. The lesson stayed. Years flew. In a delivery room bathed in soft light, Alex watched his daughter enter the world. Tiny, fierce, perfect. The moment her cries filled the air, he looked at Emily, sweaty, exhausted, radiant, and whispered the same words he'd said at the altar. She's beautiful. Just like her mom. They named her Hope. Today they travel the world sharing their story. Conferences, schools, podcasts, anywhere someone needs reminding that miracles still happen. Alex always ends the same way. Seeing Emily's face on our wedding day was breathtaking. But choosing to love her, to build a life with her, to raise our daughter with her, that's the miracle I get to live every single day.